Hello there, and welcome to another special edition of Extra Credit with your host, Eric Evans here, of course, Mr. Credit. I've got Billy Colestock with me today online from Keller Williams Realty and SoCalLifestyleRealty.com. Billy, what's going on, my friend?
How are you doing, man? Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's great to have you too, man. Okay, so as far as Del Cerro is concerned and the fact that it's a very strong market, it seems like it has been for a while there. Why do you think right now is particularly a seller's market in Del Cerro?
Well, there's five main factors that you want to look at when you're looking at if a market's driving forward or if it's going up or down. And really, Del Cerro meets a lot of those key factors. But ultimately, the inventory's low. We've got great interest rates, and it's a great community. I live here, and I know that for safety and family reasons, it's a spectacular community in San Diego.
So low inventory is driving prices. Do you think that's something that can continue, Billy? Do you think prices can continue to go higher in Del Cerro, or are we at a sort of a peak moment where it's just ideal for sellers?
If you look at the numbers, it looks to me like they can go up slightly, but not tremendously. We've seen year over year increases in value, and that increase has slowed from year to year to year. So if they go up, they're going to go up 3, maybe 4%, not much more.
Okay, so the big move has been made in this area, which would kind of signal sellers to, hey, if you are in a life circumstance where you might be considering selling in Del Cerro, this might be the perfect time to do that.
Correct.
Now, you live in Del Cerro.
Yeah, right here, sitting in my house right now.
You're in your Del Cerro home as we talk about the market there. Are you in one of those situations where you've got buyers who want to buy homes in that area and you have to go basically try to shake down sellers to find enough homes for these buyers?
Absolutely. We actually have a person here in Del Cerro who wants to purchase a 5-bedroom home, and for the lack of argument, there's just no properties on the market that match her needs. So the inventory in Del Cerro right now is actually a 2.2 months supply of inventory.
Wow. That's definitely another signal that it's a seller's market there. What else do you think we should know about this market, Billy?
Well, I alluded to 5 key factors. And when you're looking at any market, home sales, you want to look at home sales. You want to look at home prices, what the average and what the median home price is. You want to look at the month supply of inventory, we just talked about that, and then the mortgage rates and affordability. So you want to look at those factors, and knowing that home sales, the number of homes that have sold in Del Cerro has been increasing since 2010 every year. As a matter of fact, since 2009, it's actually even doubled. 2009, we had 200 homes sell, 208 homes, and last year, March to March, we had 401 homes sell.
Wow.
So the market's almost doubled in Del Cerro.
That's crazy, man. I mean, there aren't that many homes, are there? I mean, it seems like the activity there is tremendous.
There's about 3,000 homes in Del Cerro, and the reality is that of those homes, a lot of them are empty nesters. And there are a lot of folks in Del Cerro who are taking advantage now of the market. We've seen for several years a declining market. As we've been increasing in price, people have started to take advantage of that and cash in on a lot of their equity. There's a lot of sellers in Del Cerro who actually they bought their homes in the 80s and the 70s, even in some cases the 90s, where they purchased those properties from anywhere between $41,000 and $300,000. Some of those homes right now are actually selling in the 700s.
Wow. Oh, man. So is the average seller then an empty nester? I mean, is there a place where those empty nesters are going? I know we have some in San Diego. We have some neighborhoods that kind of cross-collateralize, like the Obetians go to La Mesa or Mission Hills, and there's some things connected like that. Do you notice any patterns like that with Del Cerro?
It's really interesting that you asked that question, because a lot of the people who we find that are coming back to Del Cerro actually lived in Del Cerro. So they grew up here. As we're door knocking the community, we're running into a lot of people who have either recently purchased or are moving back into their parents' homes, who they grew up in this community. They love the community. They love the proximity to San Diego State. They love the proximity to Qualcomm downtown, the other desirable areas in San Diego, and they're moving back. So there are a lot of people who are empty nesters, but then there's also that move-up buyer.
And the move-up buyers are really what ultimately, drive the market. They're selling a home and buying a home. It really move up or move down. I mean, those are the people that really move the marketplace. What else do you think we need to know about the Del Cerro market, Billy?
Well, you've got the market itself. When you're looking at this from a seller's perspective, if you understand who's coming into the market, you can better adjust what you're going to do and how you're going to do it. And right now, there's an influx of people who are coming to Del Cerro, young families who are purchasing properties. And if you notice that inside of a community, you can understand that it's a good time to sell.
Is there any opportunity for new construction in Del Cerro, or it is what it is?
It is what it is. It's a landlocked community. It's one of those communities in San Diego that has very little to no land. I feel like I know of one lot that's being built on right now.
Wow. Well, that tells you something right there. That's Billy Colestock with SoCalLifestyleRealty.com and Keller Williams Realty talking about why it's such a strong seller's market in Del Cerro right now. Billy, what else should we know about the market in general? Is there anything else you want to tell us today?
Market in San Diego is heating up. San Diego, I can tell you from firsthand experience, we've gotten a lot of people who are putting their homes on the market. We are receiving multiple offers on properties again, which is a dramatic change from just November, December, where we were seeing homes sitting on the market. Interest rates, conventional interest rates, 3.8. Government, being FHA or VA right now, is 3.25, 3.3. Spectacular time to buy. Just an interesting note: if you're purchasing a property at $500,000, let's say here in Del Cerro, purchasing a property at $500,000 today, your payment PITI is going to be about $2,800.
Wow.
If we go on NAR statistics and understand what they're telling us, that the interest rate's supposed to go up to 5%, that same house PITI is going to actually be $3,173. So that's about a $315 difference in waiting to the end of the year.
That's some huge information right there. Because first of all, I remember when I lived in San Carlos, as we talked about earlier, is what do we call that? The Baja Del Cerro. So I remember I was renting there, and I think the rent was $27.50 or something like that. And the house at the time was worth in the fours. So you told me two things there. Number one, it makes a lot more sense to buy versus rent in that area. And number two, there are homes that can be bought for $500,000 in Del Cerro?
The average price point in Del Cerro for a single-family home is $570,000.
Wow.
Now you can buy a property in Del Cerro up to $1.3 million, $1.4 million. There's definitely those homes. There's actually one in our community that we live in that's listed at $1.7 million. So there's definitely some very nice homes in Del Cerro. The average entry point is $570,000.
Okay, so also a very affordable community as well. That's Billy Colestock with Keller Williams Realty and SoCalLifestyleRealty.com. Billy, really appreciate your time today talking about the Del Cerro market.
Thank you.
Okay, great stuff. That's it for this edition of Extra Credit. Stick around for more as we continue to make you smarter than everyone else.